Hello and welcome back. Today I'll be ranking all of the pistols in Gamma on a scale from S to F tier. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for future content. I still get told by people that they don't know that I stream, despite watching all of my videos. So I'll try to make it very obvious that I stream Stalker every day at 7:30 PM BST at twitch.tv/NorMoxie or here on YouTube. Here, I'll even put a red circle around it so you can't miss it. Starting off with the APS, and this gun is pretty good. The main reason for this is it being fully automatic. On top of that, it has a 20 round capacity. It is 9x18 but can be upgraded to 9x19. However, the main drawbacks with this gun are the low accuracy and lack of sights, making this gun ineffective at range. But still, this is a pretty good gun and will go into A tier. Next is the Beretta Px4 Storm. On the surface, this gun seems like a typical 9x19 handgun, but it has one standout feature, the fire rate. When the gun is upgraded to be fully automatic, the fire rate goes up all the way to 1132 RPM, which is insanely fast. Not only that, but the gun is still very controllable. The only downside is the relatively small magazine size of 15, but this gun will still go into A tier. A common theme among some pistols is them being almost identical stats wise to other pistols, just a different model. This is the case for the Beretta 92F. It is effectively identical to the PX4, including the fast fire rate, so this gun will also go into A tier. One of my go-to starting weapons, especially for duty runs, is the 1911. The gun is okay, but mainly only for early game, as it is mainly carried by the 45 ACP round that it shoots. If it weren't for this, then the gun would be a lot worse as its other aspects aren't so good. A 7 round capacity and a rather slow fire rate is quite bad, but again, the round it shoots is solid, so this gun will go into B tier. The Coonan is quite similar to the 1911, except it shoots the extremely damaging 357 round. 357 does the most damage in this game against mutants for a single round. Sure, the gun does have one less round in it, bringing it down to a measly 6, but the 34 more damage that this round does over Hydra Shock I think makes up for it, as most small mutants will die in one shot. So this gun will go into A tier. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R Voigt Infinity is practically an upgraded 1911. It still shoots 45 ACP, but has a much larger 15 round capacity. I personally don't like the sights, but they are serviceable, so I'll put this gun into A tier. Next is the Desert Eagle. Not only is this gun great, but it's stylish as well. This is another 357 gun, but this time has a larger capacity of 9. The gun can even take some one-time sights. The gun does start off quite inaccurate, but when upgraded is on par with rifles. Honestly, this is one of my favourite mutant killing weapons due to how powerful it is, and just how fun it is to use, so this gun will go into S tier. The Steppe Eagle is the same as the Desert Eagle, it just allows for more scopes, including the March Tactical, which looks quite comical on the small gun. This gun will also go into S tier. Continuing the trend of good guns, but for killing stalkers now, is the 5.7. This gun has a lot of positives. It shoots the powerful 5.7 round, which is decently penetrating, has a 20 round magazine and even a full auto upgrade. This gun is like a pseudo SMG and will go into S tier. The FNP45 is an all-round decent pistol. It shoots 45 ACP, has good accuracy and a 15 round magazine. The fire rate also isn't that bad. Again, the main thing carrying this gun is the caliber, so this gun will go into A tier. The FNX45 is a straight upgrade from the FMP. The main difference is the new red dot sight. This in theory sounds amazing until you actually see the gun. I don't know who thought it was a good idea, but the iron sights block most of the sight, including the reticle. This makes not only the red dot useless, but also the iron sights, practically making this gun have no sights. If you can't tell, I hate this gun, and as much as I want to put it into F tier, you can still hit maybe one shot in every magazine, so I'll put it into D tier. Back to mediocre guns is the Fort. All of its stats are okay, but nothing more. It shoots 9x18 but can be upgraded to 9x19, a 12 round capacity and a mid fire rate. The iron sights are decent but you can't attach sights, so I'll put this gun into B tier. Now on to the most generic pistol there is, the Glock. I don't think I need to introduce this gun. It's a standard 9x19 gun with a good 17 round capacity, a decent fire rate and okay irons, but it cannot attach sights and there are better pistol calibers, so this gun will go into A tier. The HS2000 is very interesting. And by very interesting, I mean not at all. This gun is almost identical to the Glock, so it will also go into A tier. Next is my new favourite gun in the game, the Glock Hornet, or better known, the Glock with the switch. This gun is basically an SMG. In fact, in some ways it's better than most SMGs due to having a 40 round magazine and extremely high fire rate. The gun is also fairly controllable. The main downside is the lack of scopes, but you want to be close to the enemy while using this gun anyway, so this gun will go into S tier. Back to the boring guns is the GS-H18. This gun is the Warsaw Pack variant of the Glock, and therefore is functionally similar and will also go into A tier. Slightly worse is the Browning High Power. It does shoot 9x19 and I personally like the iron sights, but the 13 round magazine and low accuracy really let the gun down, so it will go into B tier. The core 4-inch and 6-inch are similar, with the only difference being the 6-inch taking some one-time sights. But that doesn't really matter as the main downside to this gun is a small 7 round capacity. The gun can be made fully automatic, but when the gun only has a 7 round capacity, it is pointless. So this gun will go into B tier. Next is a gun I don't like, the MP412. On paper, this gun seems good as it shoots 357 and has one-time sight options, but the major flaw this gun has is its shooting animation. Despite having the fire rate of a double-action revolver, the character manually cocks the gun after every shot, causing the gun to shake around, making it impossible to aim. This makes the gun's effective fire rate extremely low, and for that reason I'll put this gun into C tier. Once again, the MP433 is another Glock-like pistol, and therefore will also go into A tier. Back to machine pistols is the OTs-33. This gun is a slightly downgraded Glock Hornet. The capacity is down to 27 and it shoots number 18 by default, but can be made number 19. The fire rate is also slower, but still this gun is quite effective against mutants when loaded with HP rounds. So I'll downgrade this gun to A tier. Even if you disagree with all my other rankings, I think you can all agree on one thing. The PB pistol is the best gun in the entire game. But jokes aside, this gun is horrendous. It can only shoot number 18, has a measly 8 round capacity, and has low accuracy. Not only that, but the iron sights are terrible. It is quite obvious that the gun is F tier. Once again, another Glock clone is the PL15, except this gun is slightly better as the fire rate is higher, making it easier to use. This gun does have 2 upgrade kits, one adding a laser, and the other adding a laser and a one-time sight. But the iron sights are already usable, so it doesn't make the gun much better. So all of these variants will go into A tier. Unscrewing the suppressor on the PB pistol gives you the PM pistol, and it carries all the same drawbacks with it. The only positive is the iron sights are a bit better, but this doesn't save the gun from F tier. The P220 does shoot the good 45 round, but suffers from the slow fire rate and 7 round capacity, so it will go into B tier. Luckily for it, however, it has 2 upgrade kits. First kit is the XXX kit. This adds a 12 round magazine and a faster fire rate, upgrading the gun to A tier. The other kit is a Stalker kit, but unfortunately I don't consider this kit an upgrade. Sure, it does increase the fire rate and increase the capacity all the way to 19, but the major downside is the rechamber to number 19. Due to this reason, I'm going to keep this gun into B tier. Back to the Glock clones is the P226R and the custom variant. This is a standard 9x19 gun, with the custom just adding a red dot, so this gun will go into A tier. The Warsaw Pack variant of the 5.7 is the Shrimp. The 9x21 round is good against stalkers, and the gun has an 18 round capacity with a full auto upgrade. The gun also has 2 upgrade kits, one adding a laser, and the other adding a laser and a one-time sight. This gun will go into S tier. Heavily contrasting the Shrimp is the TT-33. This gun suffers a lot from shooting the worst round in the game, 7.62x25. Not only that, but it has a very low accuracy, and an 8 round magazine. The only good thing about this gun is the decent iron sights, but that means nothing when the gun doesn't do damage, so this gun will go into F tier. The USP Match is interesting, as it does in fact have a fully automatic upgrade, but is near uncontrollable, so it adds nothing to the gun. Otherwise, the accuracy and 15 round magazine of 45 ACP is good, so this gun will go into A tier. Lastly is the Walther P99, and what best to end than on a generic number 19 pistol. Except this gun is very low accuracy and a slow fire rate, so unlike the other generics, this gun will go into B tier. So that was my rating of all the pistols in Gamma. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for future content. Once again, let me remind you that I stream Stalker live on Twitch and here on YouTube, so come stop past. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.